July is the seventh month of the year in the Julian and Gregorian calendars and one of 7 months with the length of 31 days. It was named by the Roman Senate in honor of the Roman general, Julius Caesar, it being the month of his birth. Prior to that, it was called Quintilis. It is, on average, the warmest month in most of the northern hemisphere and the coldest month in much of the southern hemisphere. The second half of the year commences in July. In the southern hemisphere, July is the seasonal equivalent of January in the northern hemisphere. July starts on the same day of the week as April in every year, and January in leap years. In a common year no other month ends on the same day as July, while in a leap year July ends on the same day of the week as January. October of the previous year starts on the same day of the week as July of the current year as a common year, and May of the previous year starts on the same day of the week as July of the current year as a leap year. February and October of the previous year end on the same day of the week as July of the current year as a common year, and May of the previous year ends on the same day of the week as July of the current year as a leap year. In years immediately before common years, July starts on the same day of the week as September and December of the following year, and in years immediately before leap years, July starts on the same day of the week as June of the following year. In years immediately before common years, July ends on the same day of the week as April and December of the following year, and in years immediately before leap years, July ends on the same day of the week as September of the following year. In common years immediately after other common years, July starts and finishes on the same day of the week as January of the previous year. In the northern hemisphere, dog days begin in early July, when the hot sultry weather of summer usually starts. Summer school is underway for many students in the USA. Spring lambs, born in late winter or early spring, are usually sold before July 1st. Events: Tanabata, a Japanese traditional seasonal Make-A-Wish celebration, July 7th, the traditional period known as Fence Month ended July 9th, and of the Trinity term July 31st, elections of Japanese House of Councillors, replacing half of its seats, held every 3 years. Holidays: Doctor's Day in India, July 1st, Canada Day July 1st, Hong Kong SAR Establishment Day in Hong Kong SAR, People's Republic of China July 1st, Independence Day in Somalia, July 1st, Kitikoti in Suriname, July 1st, Independence Day in Belarus July 3rd, Independence Day in the Philippines until 1962. Now known as Filipino-American Friendship Day July 4th, Independence Day in the United States July 4th, Independence Day in Algeria and Venezuela July 5th, Independence Day in Argentina and South Sudan July 9th, Independence Day in Bahamas July 10th, July 12th and in Northern Ireland. Bastille Day July 14th, Marine Day, a holiday in Japan on the third Monday. President's Day, a holiday in Botswana on the third Monday and Tuesday. Independence Day in Colombia July 20th, Independence Day in Belgium, July 21st, Foundation Day in Cleveland July 22nd, Revolution Day in Egypt July 23rd, Pioneer Day in Utah July 24th, Constitution Day in Puerto Rico July 25th, Feast of St. James July 25th, Independence Day in Maldives July 26th, Independence Day in Peru July 28th, Foundation Day in Baltimore July 30th, National Tree Day, the last Sunday in July throughout Australia, has been observed in Australia since 1889. Independence Day in Vanuatu, July 30th, Throne Day in Morocco, July 31st, Observations, Captive Nations Week is the third week of July in the United States. It is aimed at raising public awareness of the oppression of nations under the control of communist and other non-capitalist government systems, an attempt at dislodging the USSR. July symbols: July's birthstone is the ruby, which symbolizes contentment. Its birth flowers are the larkspur or the water lily. The zodiac signs for the month of July are Cancer and Leo. See also, historical anniversaries, references. External links, entourages.